The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. I want to thank you for joining for our special presentation honoring a rising star, justice for Quincy Darnell Reese Jr., who is my grandson. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and all the viewers out there for tuning in. One sec, y'all. This is a very personal and sensitive subject that I've been compelled to highlight due to the fact that Quincy Darnell Reese Jr. is my grandson, and I know the devastating impact that his killing has had on my family. I wanted to contribute and shed more light on the matter and get a more personal perspective on this tragic and senseless murder of a rising star and Los Angeles legend, my grandson, Quincy Darnell Reese Jr., also known as Batman number 10. Losing a child is every parent's worst nightmare. As parents, we sacrifice everything, pour every ounce of love and time nurturing our children to give them the best guidance in life that we can, which is exactly what Quincy Reese Sr. and Paradisha Cooperwood had achieved. An honor roll student, outstanding performance in sports, college aspirations, as well as sound entrepreneurial goals. Over 66 college scholarship offers, well behaved, well liked by all who truly knew him, very respectful. Quincy Darnell Reese Jr. has such a bright future, destined for success. Then all those hopes and dreams came to an abrupt end on what turned into a horrible, nightmarish night on June 10th of 2023 when he attended a flyer party at the 77 Club located on 74th Street and Western Avenue, where, unfortunately, Quincy was shot and killed. According to police reports, there was a fight that did not involve Quincy Reese Jr., and two cars, one black, the other white, began shooting and chasing teens and shooting. This is a very horrible situation that we are in here in Los Angeles, and I know this is going on all over the country. Senseless murders of the youth, and so I just was compelled to really speak on this due to the fact that this is my grandson, and this impacted me deeply and hurt me deeply, losing such a great, outstanding individual in my life. So right now, I want to thank and welcome my guest that's here in the house with me, Quincy Reese Sr., and my daughter, Paradisha Cooperwood. Thank you guys for coming out and sharing this story and celebrating and making a tribute to my grandson Quincy and you guys' son. I want to start by asking Paradisha, can you tell us how you and Quincy Sr. met?
That's funny. We met in a band class at Crenshaw High, um, where I didn't really like to play the drums, but he was real good at playing the instruments. I did pass, however.
Okay.
I did pass that class, however, I was not interested in playing the drums. But we did meet at Crenshaw High um,
In band class.
in band class.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
in
All right.
band class.
Okay. Um, Quincy, I know I kind of skipped ahead. Quincy, can you take us to the day that you learned you were going to become a father? When you first learned that you were going to become a father? Take us
Yeah,
through that.
I was on 154th and Perry inside of a basketball gym.
Oh, you got good memory. You remember.
Yeah.
That's right.
I got word when I was about to step on the court. As soon as I got the word, I gotta get up out of there. And I came to the hospital.
You was
Well, I
excited.
got dropped off at my mom, then I rode her to the hospital.
That's what's up. You was
Yeah.
excited. You was just like, yeah, I'm about to be a father.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Can you, Quincy, can you speak on some of the things that you did to prepare yourself, put yourself in the right mind space to nurture and guide this young life you were about to bring into the world?
There wasn't no preparing for him. There wasn't no there wasn't no there's no there's no script on how to be a parent.
Right.
You just hopefully you have the right images in your in your family who's supposed to give you that I guess the good way of doing things for the kid,
Right.
for your child. I didn't have either of that, neither one of them. I had a mom and a grandmother.
That's right.
So the male aspect of it wasn't there. So it came from a higher source. I didn't know what I was doing
So you didn't have a father in your life
at
really?
all.
You just had mom and grandma.
Just had mom and grandma, and I had the streets, the
Right.
people who were my role models at the time.
So it wasn't nothing that you did, like got involved in.
When I went to college, I did take a child development class, just because I thought that would teach me something that I didn't know.
Right.
Uh,
It turned out to be beneficial for you.
it turned out to be beneficial. Then I also went from there to Southwest,
Okay.
which is another development, child development class where I learned a lot more as well.
Okay. Southwest
So
Community.
Southwest Community College,
Okay.
because Q was being born, I had to come back. I didn't want to be too far.
Right.
But yeah, I took child development classes.
That's
And,
what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of us young fathers, a lot of young fathers out there, they could benefit for that type of course.
Yeah.
Paradisian, can you describe to us the situation when you found out that you were pregnant and would soon become a mother, as well as some of the things that you did to prepare yourself for this unfamiliar experience?
Absolutely. When I first found out I was pregnant with Quincy, um, let's be honest, I skipped school. And I was feeling sick, and I was like, dang, I have to go figure out what's going on with me. Like, something's going on with my body. It's different. Like, it's something that I ain't never experienced before. And so I did that. And then later found out that I was pregnant. And I was like, dang, like, how I'm going to tell my mom? Like, what's she going to say? What's she going to do
Right.
to me? And so I told her, and she was like, I'm here for you. Like, I'm going to be here for you 100%.
She was supportive.
Absolutely. She was more, she wasn't mad at me. She was just more like, dang, you was supposed to go to college. Like, I had got accepted to a lot of colleges, and she was like, it's your choice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm going to give you your choice. You grown, I'm going to give it to you. However you want to take this route, I'm going to let you take it. But I'm a support you 1,000%, and she did that. And so my route was to stay and raise my son. Want to make sure that he had a good mom. You know, I didn't want to be out in the streets. I didn't want to be, you know, like the rest of my friends who
Right.
had kids. Like, no, I wasn't trying to be like them. And
Grandma
so-
raising them.
Absolutely. So I was in the house with my mom, and my mom was making sure I was doing everything I was supposed to do as a mom. She didn't, you know, come down hard on me or anything. She just taught me how to do everything that I should be doing as a mom, as a teenage mom at that. 18, I was 18 years old. When I had my son, I was 18. And so
Very
that's
young.
that. Very, very young. Very, very young. But my mom was there for me. Quincy was there for me, his mom. You know, we had a whole supportive team that was there for me at a
Right.
young age. You know
A
what
whole
I'm saying?
family.
Absolutely.
On both sides.
Absolutely.
As it should be.
Absolutely.
As it should be.
Absolutely.
So, still talking to you, Paradise. Once Quincy was born, or both of you guys, once Quincy was born, you guys were y'all were still together, or y'all were separated?
We were still together.
Okay. So, at what point did you guys decide that you guys were going to both co-parent?
I want to say Quincy was about 4 years old. I want to say he was about 4 years old, where we decided that we was just going to make sure that it was all about him.
Right.
It wasn't no bickering. It wasn't.
No matter what.
It didn't matter. We was gonna make sure that we both took responsibilities for the actions that we made and took, and made sure that he wasn't gonna fall short. You know what I mean? So it was all about him at
Quincy
the end of
was
the day.
number one priority.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. Paradise, can you speak on some of the qualities that you wanted to instill in Quincy and how you went about that?
I wanted to make sure that Quincy knew what love was. Like I said, I had him when I was 18, so he was basically my first love, you know. He loved me, I loved him. I was a kid raising a baby, you know. And so I wanted to let him know that I loved him no matter what. The circumstances didn't matter if he got F's, B's, A's, it didn't matter, you know?
Right.
You just had to make sure that your baby knew that he had somebody that he could trust, somebody that he can count on, somebody he can always go to, somebody that never gave up on him no matter what. And so my mom is that in my life, you know?
Right.
She always been here for me. She's still here for me to this day. She made sure that she loved me. She made sure that whatever I did, she didn't fault me for nothing. Even having a baby at 18, you know,
Right.
She never used that against me. She ain't never, you know, held that over my head. It was always, she showed me love from day one. So I learned a lot of things from my mama. Everything that I go through, I think about my mom and how strong she is. And so I kind of use that, especially right now for my children. I use that for them.
Right.
I'm loving on them regardless.
Right.
Hard.
Unconditional.
Hard.
That's what's up.
Super hard.
That's what's up.
That's what I got. I'm gonna make sure that you don't gotta go to the streets.
Right.
You don't gotta use that as no necessity.
Right.
That's not it.
Love is at home.
That's it.
Mama
It's
got all the love.
me.
Right.
Come to me for whatever you need. Come to me. You ain't gotta go to the streets to no gang, to no pimp, to no none of that stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that's out there.
Right.
Because it starts at home first. Absolutely.
Right.
It starts at home first.
Keep them away from all that
Yeah,
poison
you
out
get,
there.
man,
You got
it's
all the love
horrible,
here.
horrible out there.
Now, Quincy Sr., I know you was very instrumental in getting Quincy involved in sports, other positive activities. Can you share with us some of those programs that you chose to enroll him in and why you chose those programs?
The first program was at Van Ness Park, basketball. Well, he played soccer first.
Okay.
Played soccer first.
I remember that.
Yeah, he played soccer first. Everything was at Van Ness Park. From soccer, went Soccer didn't last. It wasn't that long, but he did play soccer. Then after that, flag football. After that, basketball, and he played that year round.
Okay.
Yep. Those was the park where I grew up at.
Right.
So I played there. It just happened to make sense. If I have a son, he played the same part.
Right.
And that's what he did, and he just took it further. It took away further than we that I saw.
Right. Than you even expected, huh?
Not even expected.
Right.
Yeah, because that's
He
when
excelled.
he excelled. Yeah, early.
That's
Fast.
what's up.
Real
That's what's
early.
up. Yeah.
Fast.
Academically, sports wise,
wise.
in every aspect of life, he was excelling.
Yes.
Not a slacker.
Not a slacker. Especially the humanitarian that he was. He fed the homeless.
Right.
Sure
You
did.
know.
Tell us more about that, Quincy, please.
At work, I met a guy named Joseph Bradford. He has an organization called Bear Truth. It's an acronym that stands for balance, ambition, respect, and encouragement. It's called Bear Truth, and it's a homeless outreach program.
Okay.
So
Shout out Bear Truth.
Yeah, Bear Truth. Joseph Bradford. He took me on a journey with him once we got to know each other. And he didn't know I had a son, that was taller than me.
Right.
So I wanted to see what his organization was about. So he took me on a mission to feed some family on Thanksgiving one year. And he had some gift cards. And we put up to Slauson and Western at Food for Less. And we went there and fed families, even though they was already shopping, gave them some extra.
Right.
Then I introduced them to Quincy. And I was like, man, my son need to see this or see what his dad is attempting to do.
Right.
So he has a transitional house where I took Quincy. And Quincy got to see people go from homelessness to their own space, safe place,
Right.
inside of a home. That's where his humanitarian start
Helping the
start
community.
learning. Yeah, he
and
started
giving back.
learning. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Quincy loved the old people.
Right.
Yeah.
He did. Going
Yeah.
to the grocery store, he'll make sure he put the groceries in the bag.
Right.
He like, you need my help? And they like, no, it's okay. And he's like, no, I want to help you.
Right.
And he'll help. And he'll put the groceries away. He'll take them to the trunk. This old lady was like, I don't need your help, baby. He said, but ma'am, I want to help you.
Right.
She gave him $20. He said, I don't want your money. I'm doing this out the kindness of my own heart. And she said, no, this is out the kindness of my own heart. And he looked at me. I was like, well, if she want to let you have it, you can have it. But it was really generous of him because he wanted to help her. She was
Right.
struggling with her groceries.
Right. And he seen that and he came to assist her.
and
Right.
he helped her. And
Kind of
and
person
we're
he
in the
was.
grocery store, but we're the clerks.
Right.
Like they're not helping, but my baby decided he wanted to go. And that's just not one time. That's numerous of times that he decided he wanted to go out and be helpful, you know?
Right.
Like that was
all a
that
part
was
of his
him.
personality
Yeah, that was him.
and his demeanor.
That was
'Cause
him.
He would help. He didn't mind helping or working hard.
Absolutely.
So Paradise, I know you saying that Quincy and Big Quincy, you saying he had this humanitarian giving spirit about himself. But me myself, I know him as he has this humorous personality. Can you elaborate more on some of the things that he would do, humorous, and just more about his personality?
Quincy liked money. He liked money. He would try to play me and his dad, right? He'll be like, Mom, can you send me some money? I'm like, didn't I just give you some like yesterday? He's like, oh, well, I used it. I'm like, okay, so you used all of that? All of it. He's like, well, I still have a little bit. I'm like, so then you don't need no money. Call your dad. He'd be like, my dad not answering. He'll say something like that, like real slick, just to try to get me, off
Right.
the subject so I can still give him some money. I'm like, I'm not giving you anything. So then he'll say, he'll say something real funny, and I'll be like, well, I'm finna call your dad. No, 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 don't call him. He'll say something like that. I'm like,
Right.
no, I'm finna call your dad anyway. So I'll call him. I'm like, so Quincy just asked me for some money. He like, okay, you give it to him if you want to, because I already gave him some. He'll say something like that.
Right.
So he had a little humorous side of him because he wanted both sides. He wanted some money from me. He wanted some money from his dad.
Right.
But he would try to play us.
Yeah, he had some game about himself.
Yeah, not cool though.
Right.
Not cool. But I still give it to him though.
Right,
That was the crazy part right there. I still give it to him.
Right. He had his hustle tactics
my baby.
about himself.
He my baby. Yeah.
So now Quincy Senior, like at what point you raised him up, and at what point did you realize and become aware that he had became an honor roll student?
We always, he always asked me about what I was doing in school. I just so happened to plan ahead of time by keeping most of the awards that I got from school.
Right.
And where he asked me, and I was able to give him everything to read. So at that particular moment, that's when he said, Dad, I'm going to catch your GPA. I would have caught it already, but COVID came and happened. But
Right.
And I said, I believe you would have.
Right.
Absolutely.
So he would have been got it.
He would have been got past it. He would have
Right.
been past it.
So you was supplying him with literature that you knew would benefit him
Yeah.
academically.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Then I also, like I said, I wasn't no dummy myself, so I kept all my work.
Right.
Or kept something that I knew was going to be valuable in the conversation me and my son would have had early, later on in life. And it happened. And so, yeah.
Right. So, Paradise, Quincy, he's excelling academically. He's become this standout basketball star. He's thriving in all areas of life. What type of things did he like to do, he enjoy doing outside of sports activities? If you don't mind sharing up a little bit.
I don't. He liked to be with his dad for the most part. A great deal though. They'll do a lot of things, boy things. That daddy love is something that a lot of boys are unfamiliar with, due to the fact that they don't have what Quincy had, Mm-hmm. And so him and his dad would do a lot of things, as well as Jameer, which is his uncle. They would go play basketball, work out. Quincy likes to go to the movies with a lot of his girlfriends. I use girlfriends because he never bought one home to me that was just, just one,
Right.
just her. Mm-hmm. But he had a lot of friends. They would go out to the movies. They would go bowling. They would go, hang out with each other, do things like that. But mainly he really loved to be with his dad. He did. When he wasn't at work, that's all he talked about was like, I'm going to go be with my dad. And I'm like, well, you can leave.
Right.
But if you do, I'm going to come. If you stay gone too long, I'm coming to get you.
Right. So, can you tell us a little bit about what type of relationships Quincy had with his siblings?
So Quincy was the giant of the family. That's what I would call him. And he would get mad at me for calling him that. But I'm like, well, you can reach everything. I can't reach anything. And he will be like, well, get a chair. I'm like, I don't have to. I have your hands, your arms. Why do I have to do all of that? I don't have to do anything. But he was the giant of the family. So they all looked up to him in every way. They admired him. They wanted to be like him. They would go outside and just play basketball, wrestle all through the house, run through my house, jump in my bed while I'm laying down, jump all over me, do TikToks. They had their own little secret codes, like When I was coming, they would tell each other. When I'm walking down the hall, they were like throw signals out, like
Right.
crazy things. Like, siblings kind of love.
Yeah.
And so they really, really love him. Like they really had a unbreakable relationship with Quincy.
Strong bond.
Too strong. I ain't never seen it. I have never seen it before. And so, yeah.
Quincy, can you add something to that? Because I know he got siblings on your side as well.
Dallas does everything that Q does. As far as sports, walk, talk, he look like him.
He
Just like
does.
him. Just like him. Yeah.
Personality match, the laughter match, the asking questions match, speaking emotions match. So it's like part 2 all over again.
So you feel like he was he's highly influenced by his older brother
Yes.
and his father. Both of them.
Absolutely.
Dang.
Getting a double dose.
Right? It's crazy because Cortez loves to try to shoot outside the gate. You know how Quincy used to try to, go in the middle of the street and try to hit it, like, for real. But Quincy used to always make that thing do what it do. No, for
shots.
real. No, absolutely. And so
He'll shoot before he get in the car with me.
absolutely, every morning he used to make us late because he won't do that until he shoot the ball, until he make it. And so I see Cortez doing that, and I see him getting in the car because he likes to sit in the front seat now. He put the sun visor down like Quincy.
Right.
Look in the mirror all the way to school. He got his computer like Quincy. Sitting up, he want to be the DJ and play all of Quincy's music.
Right. And he know all the
Every
songs.
day,
Right.
though. Every day he
Yeah,
plays.
I noticed that.
He plays it every day, and I'm like, you miss him. That's his way of missing him. He doesn't verbalize things, but I see that he plays the music. He gets on his younger siblings the way that Quincy used to get on them. It's just, man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Now, Quincy Sr., I want you to speak on some of Quincy's future goals and aspirations. You could tell us about some of his ideas, and I understand you guys have a health food store, and that was initially one of his ideas, and you brought it to fruition with him and for him.
Absolutely. There was a group of us that got together inside the community, put our monies together, and we just so happened to have a health food store. Q asked me, he wanted one, and I said, I'm gonna do my best to try to get you one. I just so happened to have a group of people who brought my name up, and they invited me to do business with them, and that's how we got the health food store. Quincy also likes technology. He has an app. It should be finished within a week or two. He has an app to match his clothing brand, to where he created it to be his highlights.
Okay. And what's the name of that clothing brand?
Called Quest HDA.
Quest HDA.
Quest HDA clothing. The HDA, I'm going to break it down for you. The H stands for Harmony, which is my daughter. The D stands for Dallas, which is my son. And the A stands for Amara, which is a friend of my daughter. So we got together to create this brand. But Quincy has the app that correlate with the brand.
Okay.
It was really to get his highlights seen, just a different way, a cooler way as far as kids go.
Right.
He got the idea from Nipsey. Nipsey Hussle's app. And from there forward, he had a dad.
So he's real tech savvy and an entrepreneur.
Right. He had a dad to help him manage it, put it together, and that's what we was doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us some more other projects that you guys were working on and goals and different aspirations that he had for himself.
We had just started talking about a daycare.
Okay.
And he wants to be a pediatrician, a kid's doctor.
Right.
So
he also wanted to be a doctor.
Yeah. He asked me is there any NBA players that's currently in the NBA that are doctors? And I said, yeah. And he asked me, I said, Paul Gasol. I said, the whole family doctors, and they champions,
Wow.
basketball champions as
And
well.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, the whole family is doctors.
Right.
All of them. They practice every summer.
Heart of a champion.
Yeah, heart of a champion.
Mm-hmm.
Heart of a humanitarian that
So-
love kids.
So I was under the impression that he also wanted to build a school of some sort.
Yeah, the school is the daycare. We
Okay.
turned the daycare into a school.
Okay.
So we was trying to
Go hand in hand, right?
something similar to like what LeBron does, but just a daycare. You
Right.
know, 0 to 13. Somewhere me and him could play with the kids. Like we both run and jump. And
Right. And that would be strictly for
That
kids
would-
in the community or at
That would be
risk?
strictly for kids in the community or a parent who can't find a babysitter. Not necessarily you got to be in our community, but you can't find nobody, you
Right.
know, to
No
watch the
sitter.
baby. No babysitter. So what if you come and drop your kid off to someone like me?
That's a great.
That's going to
idea
treat
right there.
them like how he did his own child. We'll give you some time to get whatever it is you need done outside of the kid's life, you know?
Right. Right.
So that's really what it was for me and him to play with everybody all day.
And it was
Or,
almost
or
like
when it's time for him to come over there and play, you know?
Right.
So Daddy was going to do it I'm going to do it like a job,
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right.
That was supposed to replace my job, you know?
Retire you.
Retire me, but
Right.
I would love to retire and play with the kids all day.
That's right.
Hopefully, I can have them in a safe environment. You know, safe
Right.
environment. Lead them the right way. I became friends with most of the after-school programs that's going to provide the classes.
Right.
So I can do my own study to see which kid gravitate more to the program that's in there, so we can keep guiding them that way. And hopefully, I will be blessed enough to have them from 0 to 13,
Right.
and then 14 to 16 at the mentorship program.
Okay.
So
So did y'all also figure in like including in females too, little girls or?
oh well, yeah,
Teenage
daycare is all kids.
I mean, as far as the school part is concerned.
Yeah, everything is boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed classes. We all learn read, writing, and math. But when you come out, we let you choose your entertainment, your growth. Not just
Right.
entertainment, but whatever you decide to entertain yourself, that's going to help you grow in your mind. And we was just going to focus on, you know, those kids to see if they really like whatever it is they was doing.
Right.
We guide them that way to where when they get older, to go that way and study in that field.
Right. Keep them focused.
Keep them focused.
Right. Guide
And
them in the right
I think
direction.
I think we need a lot more black doctors,
Absolutely.
Of course we do. Yes.
Absolutely.
especially if they care.
Absolutely.
Right. We do. You had on the nail with that one.
Yeah, everybody was a kid first.
Absolutely.
So
Can you guys both kind of elaborate and speak on some of the colleges and stuff like that Quincy was getting scholarships from, and the different types of things that he had going as far as his sports career and that arena?
he had over 60, 65. 2 of them came in the mail to the school. The one that I want to talk about the new ones
Okay.
that just keep coming.
And then he got new ones that just keep coming.
Just keep coming. I get the email. Penn State was the latest one. I have a friend that his name is Davion Swan.
Okay.
He, me and him, we graduated together. We always talked about Quincy getting into his program.
Right.
He was working at USC. It was a USC program for kids. But all through the years, we always remained cool. He just became the dean of a position at USC. So I bring up that to say Quincy would have gotten to USC because of Davion Swan. He also would have got into UCLA because of my teacher name is Mr. Cam. He was a teacher at Crenshaw High School. to where he brought out the writing aspect in me. We've also was talking since I graduated. He was working at UCLA. He worked for a program in UCLA,
Right.
to where me and him was talking, and I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna get him to UCLA in this program.
Okay.
So his dream schools was already in front of him. All I needed to do was have a conversation, which I was already doing,
Okay.
and this tragic thing happened.
And it happened.
Yeah. So the school of his choice, if those two schools I just didn't name come, is Cal Lutheran, which is in Thousand Oaks.
I heard of it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and it's not too far either. So that's where he chose to go. And ironically, that a guy named Mr. Kelly Coosby, they have an organization called Hoop Justice.
Okay.
Hoop Justice created a scholarship.
Look, I'm like right here.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about that too?
Yeah, Hoop Justice created a scholarship, a $1,500 scholarship in the name of my son. So every 12th grader that applies for this scholarship that goes to Crenshaw High School, me and his mom gets to pick the essay that we both read, and we will select the winners of that scholarship.
Absolutely.
Based on the answer, or based on the question that we give you, and then the essay that you write us. It's going to be like that every year. I just spoke to them last week. We're going to have a Hoop Justice tournament. It's going to be coming next June, in honor of Quincy's name.
Yeah.
Hashtag Live Like Q.
Right.
Live like you.
That's real honorable right there.
Yeah, so it's being put together as we speak. And next time I come, I can bring them with me so you can speak to them yourself.
Okay.
It's a husband and wife.
Yeah, I would enjoy that. I would enjoy
But
that.
Cal Lutheran is where Quincy. That's what he told me. You know, if UCLA and USC didn't, if he didn't get, if they didn't come,
go there.
that's where he wanted to go.
That's right.
And we loved it. As soon as we got there, it was all love. We met Lakers players, which are champions.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Fisher.
Right.
I met his mom and dad. They also dealt with a situation like this 23 years ago.
Right.
With his sister.
Mm-hmm. So he can relate.
He can relate. But he introduced me to his mom and daddy, and we spoke for a long time.
Okay.
Took pictures and everything. And yeah.
So a lot of the athletes, mainly basketball players, they've been reaching out and
Absolutely. And to shout them out, I want to say thank you to Matt Barnes, who also was there when I met Derek Fisher as well.
Okay.
None of that was set up.
Shout out to Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher.
Absolutely.
And the Lakers, period.
Yeah. The Jenny Bus, the Rob
Jerry
Pelinka,
Buss,
the
right.
whole Lakers organization.
The entire
Shaq.
franchise.
Shaq, Snoop,
Yes.
Akbar.
Yes.
He's ex-NFL player, used to play for the Raiders.
Right.
He's an alumni of Crenshaw High School as well.
Okay.
He helped with the repass.
Okay.
Everything started connecting and making sense, because at the repass, that's used to be called Vector 90.
Okay.
With,
I heard of that.
with Nipsey Hussle and
Right.
Dave Gross.
Right.
And it just organically started making sense, and the help was genuine. Yeah, the help was genuine. From even the BET weekend, the basketball game.
Right.
Community.
I noticed that a lot of activities took place. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bigger than us.
Right.
Shout out to them as well
Absolutely.
Right.
for the back to school love that they gave us.
Mm-hmm.
They honored my baby on stage. Shout out to my to a dude named Simply Sick. He also made the song
Right.
about Q that performed.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of community support
Yeah, really.
and
yeah.
love from the city.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, very love.
Los Angeles legend.
Our assembly leader, Isaac Bryan,
Right.
he adjourned Quincy at the state capitol.
Absolutely.
The city council did it as well.
Yes.
Me and Poster City.
Big ups for that. Big
Yeah.
ups for that. You get
Yeah.
a clap for that LA City
Yeah.
Council.
Yeah, Maxine Waters spoke at a service.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know,
Right.
me and her working together to create the daycare center.
Okay. So it's a lot of
It's a
community
lot
support.
of it's a lot
Yeah,
of
it's a
love.
lot.
It's
A lot of community
lot of
support.
love.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a lot of it.
And people really respected Quincy, supported him, loved him. You
I want
know.
to
and
also give a shout out to
Yes.
my Muslim community as well,
please.
who protected me. Yeah, they was there. They was behind me. Some of them are the they were my role models.
Right.
And then they cleaned it up.
Okay.
You know,
That's what's up.
those were my hustlers, and
Right.
yeah,
Right. That's
They-
what's up,
they-
man.
they had
We as
love
black
for
men
Quincy.
got to clean it up. We got to clean it up.
they had love for
Ain't no other
Quincy
way
as well.
around.
They also had love for Quincy, and they never stopped checking on me either. Yeah, even the post office. I'm taking my baby name further. I'm about to create a stamp. So
Okay.
like,
Speak on that. Speak
yeah.
on that. Elaborate, if
I
you
just
will.
started writing things down. My son has been coming to me now a lot lately, so I just listen.
Right.
Not a voice, but signs that I'm right here. As I woke up out of my sleep, and I was wondering, like, man, I wonder how can I make him a United States stamp. So I woke up in the middle of the night, started Googling stuff, write stuff down. And as soon as I looked for my notebook, about to write something down, Quincy reminded me he's still there, because when I turned the page after looking for this notebook,
Right.
the first words I see is, "Dad, I love you," and that wasn't my handwriting. And I didn't even know that was there, because I just so happened to start looking for the notebook.
Wow.
So that's how he comes to me. That's how he talked to me.
Right.
I just had my first therapy session yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that. I wanted to come, man. I had something going on.
Yeah. Had his first therapy. It was much needed. At first, I wasn't gonna go. But
I needed to
So
go
glad
too.
that you did.
I needed to be there too.
So glad that
Unfortunately,
you
I
did.
had something going on. I couldn't even make it, man.
Because
That was
we all
disappointing.
need it.
Yeah, we all
We
needed
all
that.
need it.
we talked for a while, a long time.
Glad you went.
Yeah.
I know that would have been real good. Because, the way you had described it to me, Paradise, you said it was a men's healing session.
Yeah.
And when you said that, I was like, oh, I need that, you know. Unfortunately, we had a busy schedule going on,
Absolutely.
you know, or I would have sure enough took advantage of that and been up there. Even if I didn't, I would have just been there to support, you know.
No, it was created for us. I told him who to go get.
Okay. So is it going to be an ongoing thing?
Yeah, next time I speak with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, tell us about that, man, because it's so many of us in the community that could be traumatized. We've been through certain things. They call it post-traumatic stress syndrome from all different types of things. Grief, period, is just a horrible experience, you know. Please, man, share with me a little bit what I might have missed at this men's healing session, if you don't mind. If you
No, I
want
don't
to, I
mind.
can move
No, I
on.
don't mind. I don't mind at all. I had to get some of the violent things out that I think about doing.
Right.
That was getting that out was helpful, because we all want revenge.
Right.
Not necessarily that's the right thing, but that's
Right.
what we want. And the fact that I was able to talk to them about that, it calmed me a lot more down.
Mm-hmm.
They saw it, followed by the tears. So it was helpful, because I released a lot of stress. Quincy is the one who made me a father.
Right.
So, the caring of that aspect slightly has left. But the fact that they said that it's a lot still there because, you know, you trying to open this daycare center.
Right.
That comes with a lot of care. So they were saying that the fact that you was willing to go into detail, you know, on how I'm feeling, how I deal with it, how I deal with the situation.
Right.
So the fact that it's being comfortable to get it out is really was the most important out of it, because it's hard for some of us to talk about feelings. I used to be one.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Me myself. Right.
Yeah. I'd rather
Express
just
myself.
Yeah. I didn't know how
Right.
to express myself.
Right.
So yeah,
Especially when you're talking about an internal pain that you experiencing, it's
right.
hard to really convey that to people.
Right.
know?
Plus, they had situations they dealt with as well. One lady lost her brother. He was 16. To the same same story.
Mm.
He also was good in sports.
Right.
So we related, you know. So
Right.
somebody I could relate to that was talking to me. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So, Paradise, you also had a huge support system behind you through this horrible ordeal. You want to give us some insight on that? Shout out anybody who you feel was really instrumental in supporting you and like getting you through this, even though I know that really and truly we're not through this.
I'm definitely not through this. I'm not over it. I cry day and night. Whether I'm crying now, I'm hurt in the inside. I'm mainly broken though, you know. I just try to like survive. I try to get through my day. My children, my husband. I just try to take it day by day. Cause one day I'm not all right, but I'm not weeping as much. And then the next day or whatever, I'm just having one of those days where I just, you know, I can't think, I can't eat. I'm just, I'm just having one of those days where nothing makes sense. You know, nothing makes sense. None of this makes sense to me. Nothing about this is adding up. Nothing about this is sitting well with me. So I really thank God for my support system, my husband, my parents, my friends, the ones that really, really call and check on me daily. I do have a lot of people that, you know, say they my friends. You know, I don't really blame nobody because everybody has a life, you know?
Right.
Everybody have things that they're going through and dealing with. So I don't think that my situation should weigh heavy on everybody. But when you're thinking about me and you call me, that lets me know that I'm on your mind, and that really brings a little joy to my heart, you know, like, oh, she was thinking about me, like, girl, how you doing? Pick up the phone, call me. I want to talk to you. I want to make you laugh. I want to, you know, things like that. That really kind of uplift my spirit. It doesn't take the pain away. Nothing is never going to take this pain away from my soul. Never. I'm never going to forget June 10th ever in my life.
Understandable.
But to deal with it is a different thing. It's every day that you gotta take it day by day, and you gotta, I don't know, think about things and think about the memories, think about the good times, think about what he has accomplished, think about things that he has done better than grown people. Like, you know, he has excelled in a lot of areas better than grown people or more than grown people, you know. So I'm kind of, I don't know, taking it day by day. That's just all you get from me. That's just it. When people ask how you doing, I say I'm surviving.
Right.
That's all I say, because I'm not doing good. I'm not doing great. I'm not doing okay, because I'm really, I don't want to cuss on y'all stuff, but I'm really jacked up, if that's what you want to call it.
This ours. This our video right here. We can,
Well,
you
I'm
can
fucked up.
say how you feel.
I'm fucked up.
It's our
That's what I
family's
am.
video.
I'm fucked up
Right.
dearly. I'm dark in my heart. It's dark.
Are you seeking any type of counseling for, emotional and like spiritual support, uplifting from like a professional?
So I am getting professional therapy. My children as well. We are all getting therapy, and it is helping. When I go, for the week, as I go every week. So when she talks to me, I let things out that I don't say out loud. You know what I'm saying? Things that I think internally to myself or in my mind. Once I get to her, I speak them out, and I tell her how I feel. And I mean straight out. I don't sugarcoat. I've never been the person to sugarcoat nothing. So I'm very blunt. So things that come out, they come out just like that. And so when she speaks to me, I love her too. She gives it back to me, and she makes me and helps me understand where I need to be. So she really helps me. I really appreciate her, and I'm so glad that God sent her to me for her to come in and really be here for me in this time, because this is a fucked up time.
And who is this individual we're talking about?
I won't say her name.
Can't shout them out. Okay.
I won't shout
That's
her
why
out,
I didn't
but
know.
she knows who she is. I won't shout her out. I won't put her on Front Street, but she is great. She's great.
Right.
She is. She's great. I shout you out, and you know who you are, my love.
That's what's
So,
up.
yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, it's always good to have somebody in your corner that really, really got your back through thick and thin, through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Absolutely.
Because hey, like they say, this life is, to me, it's nothing too friendly. You got to really be on your P's and Q's. So I wanted to read this part that I wrote about my grandson Quincy. He was doing everything right. He was an honor roll student, a high school basketball star at Crenshaw High School, a great son, brother to his siblings. He had well over 60 college scholarship offers, a health food store in his community, a clothing line, all just at 16 years of age. He was already slated to be team captain for Crenshaw's varsity basketball team this year. And unfortunately, earlier this summer on June 10th, Saturday night, Quincy attended a flyer party at the 77 Club located on 74th Street and Western Avenue, where allegedly a fight broke out, which Quincy was said to not even be involved in. Then outside the 77 Club, a shooting took place. And unfortunately, Quincy was later found and pronounced dead from a gunshot wound. Since that time, 4 months has passed since this senseless, fatal shooting of Quincy Darnell Reese Jr. occurred, and no one is in custody for this heinous act. The family and friends, as well as the Los Angeles Police Department and the city, are reaching out to the community for assistance in bringing the person or persons responsible for this heinous act of violence that has robbed Quincy Jr. of his promising future to justice. If you attended this party, saw anything relevant to solving this case, we urge you and ask you to contact the following numbers. This family deserves answers. It may not give us closure, but it can give two grieving parents a little peace, knowing that the cowards responsible for Quincy's death are off the streets and being held accountable for their decision to end such a precious life. To Quincy Darnell Reese Jr., my grandson, and from me from your entire family, friends, loved ones, we love you. We honor you today, tonight. And with the power of the Most High God, we want you to know that our prayers are go up for you, dear Quincy, and we are here fighting for you, young king, always, and we love you. Anything you want to say, Big Q?
To the kids that send me lyrics to songs they want to, mention Q name in, we're not sliding on nobody, so don't send me that, please. Most of you guys are all nice. You're talented, very talented. But that's not how Quincy was being raised. So just switch it up and then send it back over. That's what I want to say to my youth.
That's imperative to say.
Yeah.
Quincy was not sliding, so
Yeah.
Quincy was dunking.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And flying.
Y'all all are nice and talented though. Very nice and talented.
Right.
Just switch it up a little bit.
And I would love to hear the song or even have an opportunity to play it.
Well, yeah. When they sent me the verse, I sent it back. So switch it up, or we not rocking with that.
Okay.
So.
Paradise, anything you want to add before we close out and say goodbye?
I just want to say that to the person who hurt my baby, what you do in the dark always comes to the light. You gonna get whatever it is coming to you, 'cause you took a star. You took a star and he didn't deserve that. Whether it was accidental, on purpose, you gonna get it. And that's it.
And that's it. I want to thank both of you for coming out. Quincy, Paradise, Lil Dallas. Thank you, both of you, all you guys, for coming to the show. That was a tribute to my grandson, Quincy Darnell Reese Jr., who we love dearly. And we are seeking justice for this heinous act that was done to you. We will never stop fighting until we get justice and bring whoever is responsible and held accountable for this act to justice. And we want to thank everybody. We want to also I want to thank my guests, and I want to thank the viewers for watching and tuning in. Look for this show. Will be uploaded on YouTube. Like the video, share the video. We want to get this word out there.
Share the video.
Share the video.
Please share.
Share it and share it and share it.
Video.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you, Q. Peace.